I know we hear a lot of talk about the dollar's imminent crash and everything's going to fall apart. The banking system is going to fall apart. The derivative bubble is going to fall apart. That may happen. Now, Europe's going to fall apart. You know, China's having a slowdown. I swear it's like Chicken Little all the way. You know, a lot of these things are somewhat true, but they can also make you do rash decisions. And those that actually say to buy 100% metals are telling people to do rash decisions. Unless, of course, they sell at the right time and buy it low and sell it to high. All along for the total bull run, I guess that would be a very smart decision then, but most people will never do that in a million years. Now, I actually want to examine a couple things. Well, let me put it this way. You know, the alternative media can point out anything they want about anybody. They could say Ben Bernanke this, and yeah, I agree with a lot of that stuff. They could say about, you know, Lloyd Blankfein or Jamie Dimon, this and that, and whoever they want to pick out. Well, I want to pick on them a little bit, the alternative media, because they've been pushing this, the sky is going to fall, the sky is falling, for how long now? How long now? Now, you know, the basic premise is the dollar's probably going down. The Western economies are going down. True, true. But I also want to examine a couple of these older articles, because, you know, I never really got into Lindsey Williams till I heard of him like maybe a year ago. That's about it, you know. This is from Tuesday, December 2nd, 2008. Remember the year, 2008. You know, this is a blog. I'm going to post the links on it. You can look at it and read it all yourself. Sounds familiar, though. You know, Pastor Lindsey Williams speaks with Alex Jones on December 1st, 2008, telling us what we can expect to see over the next 12 months. In other words, what's going to happen during 2009. And it gives this spiel that he's an ordained Baptist minister working with the elite up there in the oil rigs and stuff like that in Alaska, and they befriended him. And then he talks about the call from $150 a barrel down to $50 and all this type of stuff. Well, for the future, though, and he's talking about over the next 12 months, so since it's December 1st, 2008, he's saying, I'll cut right to the chase. Over the next 12 months, in other words, from December 2008 to December 1st, 2009, a total U.S. financial collapse, economic depression, and hyperinflation within 12 months. So, he predicted that back at the end of 2008 that was going to happen all during 2009. Now, go look at this article, February 1st, 2010. 30 to 50% U.S. dollar devaluation by 2010. Get out of paper assets, paper money, ETFs, bonds, says Lindsey Williams. Now, I'm going to state this because, you know, in a lot of ways, this guy is acting as a financial advisor that has inside information. I know he's not selling nothing, but, you know, he's on there with all these shows, and I'm like looking at myself like, you know, Alex Jones must know what's going on with this. He's not born yesterday. The whole thing is just crazy to me. And basically it's the same old game, same old game. Within 12 months, you're going to have total destruction of the dollar. Likely experience a 30 to 50% devaluation of U.S. dollar purchasing power in 2010. Did that happen? Hell no. Hell no. So now he's saying the same thing. He's all over the place on 2012, you know, in the beginning of the year, saying the same thing. The dollar will be dead by the end of 2012. Now, what I think is going to happen, and I'm going to leave this picture up here because you could think about this. I don't think, you know, things are going to go smooth for the U.S. economy. You know, Mark Faber himself said that, you know, expect a recession by the end of 2012 or early 2013. But does that mean a collapse of everything? No. And, you know, we also know that the Chinese yuan is going to be greatly appreciated. It seems to be, you have a pretty good currency move. And, therefore, we may see a lot of devaluation in the dollar by just the way that's figured out. I mean, it's like currencies are all floating amongst each other. So, some of these things are going to come about, but not to the extent that they're being predicted. I'd almost guarantee that. And I smell so. I don't know what the deal is with this garbage. I mean, I got to tell you though, I would imagine anytime somebody goes on Alex Jones, no matter who they are, Chapman or whoever the hell they are, they're getting paid. They're not doing that for nothing. Somebody's paying them somehow. But, I don't care if they're getting paid, but I don't like the accuracy of the information. That's what I have a beef with. And, they can call out J.P. Morgan by playing games. Well, I think I'm getting played games by the alternative media, too. They're telling me the sky's falling every day for the last 2 or 3 years at least. God. I mean, they're nonstop. Everything's going to fall apart within this year. One of these days they're going to be right, because Chicken Little was probably right. The boy that cried wolf was right at one point in time. But their predictions, in plain language, totally suck. I mean, they really are way the hell off base. So why the hell make a prediction? Why say anything? There is no inside information. That's quite obvious. And just want to point out, if you got a lot, I'm not buying any more silver. I think that's nuts. I don't care what happens. I'm looking to sell if it gets up well over 60. If it gets over 60, I'll be selling some. But I'm not afraid to, because I don't think the dollar's going to be completely. It's not going to be chopped down as bad as these predictions are saying. I think it's going to be around. Now, if the dollar does get chopped down to oblivion, I'll guarantee you the United States is going to go to war. Guarantee it, because there's always a way to make that paper asset worth something again, and they'll fight to do it. That's what'll happen. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen, but don't listen to these Chicken Little characters. They're selling something. They really are, because and the whole gang that's involved with them is irresponsible, and they're basically telling people to do the wrong thing even with their money. I'm not saying not to buy any silver, but don't go 100%. Don't go 100%. Having at least 10% is smart. I would say probably get a good 25 or more percent. I'm very bullish on the metal, but 100%, no. That all fiat money is bad? No, that's incorrect. And if somebody made a bunch of wrong calls in a row, I don't listen to them anymore at all. They've been way the hell off, not even close. And they offer no explanation as to why they were off. 2009, everything was going to fall down. 2010, everything was going to fall down. 2011. Not to mention all the oil calls this guy's made. They're terrible. They're terrible. So, I don't know. I don't understand why, you're actually better off listening to the major media than that guy. That's amazing. But it's not the only one. There's a bunch of them. The sky's falling, the sky's falling. Get out of the U.S. dollar, the sky's falling. The U.S. dollar is not going to collapse like Zimbabwe or the Weimar Republic. The nation is too damn big. It's not because it's too big to fail. There's a lot of things they can do. And the other thing is, the trump card is the military. When you see the military of the United States get in a problem where they're defeated, well, that can bring a currency collapse. Yeah. But if that happens, you're probably going to be worrying about a hell of a lot more than the currency collapsing, because if that happens, whoever defeated them is going to be right here, right here at the moment. So, there's always something that can happen, but very inaccurate. Chicken Little has been way inaccurate to the max, and it's a bunch of drama. And obviously somebody's making money playing this game, so I don't like it, and I don't know why people are, regarding that guy's, well, whatever. People could do whatever they want. That's what they choose to do, but I see it as inaccurate information at best.